All right, guys, it's Paul. Never enough. Hey, just picked up a Kawasaki Teryx4. It's the S version, so it's got the upgraded suspension on it. Just wanted to share this with you guys. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos on different machines. Personally, I have owned a Honda Pioneer 1005. I've had a Polaris North Star. Had just a little Polaris 570 Ranger and Yamaha Rhino back in the day, and various four-wheelers. But here in Utah, and actually getting out to put up some trail cameras today, so kind of breaking this in, trying to put 120 miles on it and get it in for an oil change next week. But just thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about this Teryx, this Kawasaki. So right now, this is, in my opinion, the best value in the 4-seat side-by-side world. So I just bought this past week. It's the middle of August 2023, and here in Utah, and I was about $17,000 out the door. Kawasaki's running about a $2,500 rebate right now on them, and man, I just don't think you can touch anything better for less than 20,000. I looked at some R-Maxes, another Honda Pioneer Trail, but some of the things that really swayed me towards this was obviously the adjustable Fox suspension. They did upgrade these, so they a few years ago, so this does have the bigger 2.0s up front. The arched A-arms, a little more clearance. It's a little bit wider than the standard version, but man, it rides smooth. About coming around, I think 20 miles this morning up dirt road, and man, it rides good. Tires, I think they'll be fine for a year or two. Eventually I'll upgrade those, but they're Maxxis Bighorns, 27-inch. Things I have added, I did put a rear view mirror in it. That's the Kawasaki OEM rear view mirror. Seems like it works pretty good. And I did go ahead and splurge on the Kawasaki OEM rear cargo box. And just fit and finish on it, you could tell it's a beast. It's going to last forever. It was a little expensive. It was a little over $400. But I just like being able to put stuff back there. Like right now, I've got my backpack in there, just a fix-a-flat kit and little odds and ends. But I can get two pretty full-size backpacks in here. This is a QU, the full-framed one, and I've got it loaded with trail cameras that fit in there fine. Raincoat. We got these gas assist shocks on there. I think eventually I'll probably put some weather, some kind of stripping on here just to keep the dust down. But yeah, I so far really liking it. It's a little noisy. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but a little noisy. There's a little bit of heat coming out from around the seat, but it's kind of, I think that's going to be a blessing when it's really cold outside. And I don't ride these a lot in the summer. It's typically during fall hunting season is when I ride them, so a little heat is not a bad thing. Trying to decide what windshield I'm going to put on it. I've been looking at the Super ATVs, the USA, the full glass, the one that Tusk makes here in Utah with the flip down, or just putting a half windshield on it. I'm going to give myself a week or two to decide what I'm going to do there, but awesome machine. I've got a bad back, and these seats are crazy comfortable. Yeah, just awesome seats. Fit and finish is awesome. I don't think you can beat this machine right now for the money. LED lights. The gauge cluster definitely isn't anything fancy, but it's going to get the job done for sure. Decent amount of storage. Always looking for a place to put big old iPhones, and it'll fit right in there. But yeah, got a few other things I'll probably throw on it, like some, you know, the little handles up here. And I did notice that Warren makes a little storage bag, and so I'm going to put a Warren storage bag right here off of this rear bar. But you know, you got cup holders, a little storage for the passengers. Yeah, maybe as I drive around today I'll take a little more video by myself, but yeah, I thought this was worth giving a shout out. I think it's a great machine. Comes with a roof. That's the thing with side-by-sides, is if you buy a base one and then start adding stuff, it sure adds up quick. So I just thought this came with pretty much everything you really need. I mean, I'll get a windshield going, but yeah, pretty excited about it. So gonna go get some cameras hung up today. The elk are gonna start wallowing here in next couple of weeks and get some cool footage. Hopefully have some wallowing bull elk to show you. We are on private ground. Utah did change the law recently to where you can't run trail cameras on public ground after 1st August. So we are on private here. We're on about 15,000 acres in the Wasatch Mountains, and time to get after it. We got some hunters showing up. Do guide, so we use a lot of machines. Typically we run a lot of Polaris North Stars just because they got the heat and the AC and keep our clients comfortable. And we do have issues with them. They're constantly in the shop, but they're comfortable and they're running. But I just wanted something I could come beat on and be you know, be comfortable, but not have it in the shop as much as we typically have the Polarises in there. So but yeah, I'll give you guys an update in a month or so after we get some hunting done with this. But I like it. I can throw some elk quarters back here. There's actually quite a bit of storage in the back seats when you don't have 4 hunters. You can just throw your backpacks and stuff back here. And you said I think I could fit a whole elk back here to the quarters. And yeah. So, all right, let's go hang some cameras. Headed that way, about a half mile first. Back of the machine. I just show you guys, start up on it, like my keychain there. Starts right up. Gauge cluster, got time, odometer, fuel, speed. I'm in 4-wheel drive right now, and does not have a park. Just has a parking brake. Seems like it works pretty good. Does have a governor on it if you don't have your seat belt on. It'll only go probably around 5 miles an hour, but so there is a pretty steep spot coming up here, so when I get there I'm gonna have to drive one-handed, but I'm gonna put it in 4 low and we'll see how it does there. But for right now we're just in 4 high, so we'll see how it does on the steep spot. Coming up to this steep spot right here, so I am going to just gonna put it up into 4 low, try and do this one-handed, and if halfway through I got to put the phone down, I will go from there. But okay, so this is 4 low. Do not have the front diff locked, and I know cameras never do justice as to how steep something is. So far, just doing good, just climbing right up it. Tires are doing good. problem at all. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm sure I could do it in 4 high. Typically I'll put machines in 4 low through here just to not put so much pressure on the belt, especially when you got an animal or a bunch of guys in there. But yeah, it climbed up it no problem. Just giving you guys an idea how big a bag I had in there. So that's the QU. Got the 36 bag on there right now, but see, it's a full frame bag. It fit right in here just fine. We also got a jacket in here, a cover. Got a little toolkit in here, so I got some like a little air compressor in there, and just some tools. Some a tire patch kit, some plugs and whatnot, and just a little shit bag here, some more supplies, fire starter, that kind of stuff. But yeah, plenty of room in here. So coming down here got me thinking about one thing, because it's kind of a tight road, is power steering is awesome on this thing. That electric power steering had some pretty tight trees to go around, and yeah, I really like the power steering on this. I'd say it's probably the best I've ever ran. I liked it a lot more than the Honda Pioneer I had. It was just seemed a little too light. Yeah, it's just a little too light. This seems just about right. So gonna go down. I've got there's some really good wallows down in here. So I'm gonna take 2 cameras, some stealth cams. Got 2 cameras I'm gonna run down in here. And this is prime. If you guys watch any of my shorts, down in here is where a lot of those bulls are wallowing. So gonna head down in there and get these 2 cameras up, and looks like it might rain. And then we'll come do a little final wrap up on the Teryx. Might take it up on top, give you guys a good view and a final wrap up. But so far so good, loving it. Looks like they're starting to use it. So today's August 18th, so I'll be losing their velvet here in the next two weeks. So this will start to get hammered pretty hard. Get a camera put up right here. Alright, I need to throw this in here somewhere. I'm on my way down, but all downhill, obviously. And engine braking has been great. One thing that I really like about this Kawasaki is the rear brakes are all internal. And so you don't have to worry about any noise back here when you get dust in your back end. Nothing to squill. That's one thing drive me crazy about Polaris and Honda, and I'm not sure what Yamaha's got, but man, by the end of the day, end of a ride, going downhill, anytime you touch the brakes, it squeals like a stuck pig. So I think this is a good system. See how it holds up, how durable it is, how long it lasts. but I've really enjoyed not having squealing brakes coming down off the mountain. So good job, Kawasaki. It's one of my main pet peeves of other machines is how they squeal when you're going downhill if you got dust in your rear brakes. We'll see how the fronts do, but typically it seems like it comes from the rears. So, all right. Okay, gonna do a little wrap up here. We're gonna get wet. I was gonna go up on top, but as you can see, getting cloudy, and up on top's not where you want to be if the lightning starts. So we're gonna stop right here. So initial impressions on this machine, love it. Again, I think this is the best value on the market right now. You know, you maybe look at the CF Moto as well, but compared to, you know, some of the Yamaha, Polaris, Honda offerings for a 4-seater, I was out the door for about 17,000. I know they're usually a little bit more than that, but they've got the rebate running right now. Let's see, end of the summer of 23. Suspension is awesome. Power steering is great. Seats are comfortable. Heat and noise are there, but they're not horrible. I love how the doors latch really solid. They don't rattle. That was one thing with the Honda Pioneer. I think the Honda makes a heck of a machine. I really enjoyed mine, but fit and finish wasn't wonderful. Rattled a bit. Suspension wasn't as good as these. Maybe the trail version of the Honda has stepped it up a notch because it's running, I think, the same shocks. But overall, initial impressions of this machine are great. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Do need to get a winch, so any winch suggestions out there, and windshield, I am all ears. Let me know what you guys have got on your machines and what you like about them. But yeah, cameras are out, so you guys enjoy wildlife, bull elk hunting, western hunting, mule deer. Yeah, go ahead and give me a subscribe and a like, and maybe I'll start posting a few more videos. But that's all we got on the Kawasaki for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.